So for this video we're going to be looking at setting up this nice Flysky i6 10 channel remote. So obviously basically it's pretty simple. That's your power switch. And I'm going to run through all the different switches on this particular remote. So let's say you've got this remote and it hasn't come with a receiver, so you want to bind it. So you plug the bind key into the receiver, like this. Like the bind key. So you plug the bind key in. This is the bind key here. You can watch my video on RC Basics if you want to see it. So you plug that into your top channel, which would be this one. Up there. Plug that in. Right, then you take the remote, as I'm just going to put that down. Make sure you've plugged an ESC into that. So I'm going to take the remote, you hold down this button. It's binding. So if it finds the channel, it should bind pretty much instantly. So once you've bound your receiver, obviously you're going to be thinking, right, let's build a drone. Or an airplane is going to take in this thing. So we've got this on, it's on hovercraft, that's a hovercraft. So if you want to set it up, system, model name, select that. And let's say I'm actually okay with that name. So to select that would say cancel, but you hold that down. Then we've done it. Right, so then we're going to say, we're going to go down to throttle curve. So let's say you want your car or your motor going to be designing to be quite a lot of play at low speed, but if you want to just go really fast, you just push it up. So the throttle curve at the moment is for some reason 0, which so if I turn it up, I do 1 would want to be 0, obviously. Okay, I press OK, move to the next one. I'm going to set this one to 25%, which has gone a bit high there. And you hold OK again. Oh, there we go. And then 50%, and so on. So you just do this for all your. But if you don't want the horse to be 50%, you can make it a throttle curve. So you can make this one quite a bit lower. Make that 40. Make this one 60. And then obviously we're going to have a bit more of a intermittent throttle in the middle. Make that 60. And then go to the top and make that one 100. Then if you'll see that it's not quite a straight line. So you see it will give you a bit more even. You select that, just hold down cancel. We'll go in there again, you see. There we go, it saved it. So for mixes, this is quite simple. So for mix 1, we're going to click OK. We're going to select that to on. So the master is which channel you want it to work. So let's say we're setting up a throttle. So let's say we're going to take an RC boat which is going to have 2 outboard motors, like the one in my other video. We're going to obviously want this throttle to work both motors. So what we're going to say is that channel 3, which is this particular one, that is going to be your master. Right, so the slave is going to be the one which actually selects it. So you just press OK, get to slave, and you're going to select that to whatever channel. This one is going to be channel 6. So you want 100% on each of these. But I always do 100%. And offset, I always leave that alone. So just click off, and there we go, cancel again. So that's pretty much the basic of setting up a mix. And assign switches, obviously, I never use that. So if you go back to auxiliary channels, we can say, so if you're only using a 6-channel remote on your Flysky i10, you could say, channel 5, I don't want it to be adjustable, I want it to be on or off. So we could set that to SWA, which is this switch over here. And then obviously press cancel and hold that down. That's basically all that you need to know for that. So moving on to the switches. On your 10 channel remote, obviously you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 of these are nice smooth rollers. So I'll give you 100% of movement. These ones are 0 and 50 or 0 and 50 switches. And this is a 1, 0 and 2 switches, I'd call it. So then we move on to the gimbals. So we have obviously one gimbal here and the other gimbal over there. And then we have the trim switches, which are, see, that's just adjusting that thing at the bottom. So let's say when you're flying along, normally your plane, it keeps rolling to the side. You could think, right, it's always rolling to that, it's always rolling that way. Just trim it a bit. Right now it's flying level. That's the basics of that. And all of the switches have it on. So we've got It makes a nice tune. So then we've got the battery level in the receiver, which is at the top there. And this is telling you what mode you're in. So let's say you're flying a helicopter and you know what type of helicopter is. You could say type select. Right, it's an airplane glider, helicopter fixed pitch, helicopter variable pitch, swash 90, swash 120, or swash 140. And that's all the different types that you get. So I always have mine on plane because I always set them up especially for myself. And then down here we can change your PWM to change your RA standard. You can change. Wait, not that one. Right, you can change. You can add sensors, speed and distance. Your iBus setup, which will be channel 1 for this one. Servo frequency 50 Hz, obviously. And then that's basically the basics of doing this Flysky i6 10 channel remote.